This video is going to be showing you how to use a thing I call the static chord technique. This is where when you're soloing over, and we're going to use a blues, but you can use it over any song. When you're soloing over a song, any chord progression, you think of the entire breadth of the tune in one key, over one scale, and you sort of have to split your mind into two parts where you recognize the notes of the next scale, but you keep your melodic phrasing in that of the first scale. You see a lot of great artists do this, like Keith Jarrett is one of them, where his melodies are so beautifully consistent because he will be changing the notes to match the scale that the tune is over, but the melody will remain as though it were not changing keys. So if that was my idea in the first part of it, instead of, if you wanted to take that idea and move it to the next key, we're in F, so the next chord would be B flat. It would be, right? But what I would do is, in using this technique, and this is the basic version of it, I'm going to get a little more advanced, but right? All I did was change one note, and then it worked over the next chord, because the next chord is B flat with the dominant 7, and the dominant 7 is that. But now the actual chord tones of that have changed over the chord that you're on, but it's because you're superimposing the 1 still over that next chord while maintaining the color of the following chord. So it would be like, so you have this beautiful consistent melody in that, and the melody is all based around your 1 with the same, like, sort of departing note and the same goal note. So that's actually the goal note, and then I ended with the goal note being F instead of the A. But you got to watch my other videos to know about goal notes. So if you expand on this, I'll do a little more melodic variation, but I'll keep my brain on F, like F mixolydian. That's going to be like the focus of this. But when I go to B flat, and then if I were to do, like, say the 6, right? That's a superimposed scale that hits all the tension notes of the 6. And then for this one, it's a little weirder, right? If I were to do, I'll explain these in a little more depth right now, actually. So you're probably curious what that scale actually was. I'm superimposing. It's actually 3 layers of superimposition here. This might get a little complicated, but the E, you're on D, so the scale, if you were to do a D dominant leading to the 2, so the 6 leading to the 2, I would superimpose a D sharp minor scale with the major 6 and 7. If you know my videos, you know all about this. But even so, I'm superimposing that over now the F. So it's like 3 layers of superimposition, and you don't even need that second layer. If you have to understand why the second layer works, but you don't have to think about it. In fact, eventually you don't have to think about any of these things when you practice them and get them ingrained. But now you're superimposing the E flat scale over F, and when you go to the G, you're now superimposing the G sharp scale, G sharp minor major 7, or melodic minor, over the F. And then if you do the 5, it's a little weird because this is your 4, and you don't really use that as one of the. It's a static tone. It's not a leading tone. So when you're on the 5 of the 1, it's a little weird, but you can still do like, and you can also, you know, kind of keep that like that's sort of implied there, but you don't even need to use it. You can use it, but this is the note that you really want to use, and it's because I'm thinking of what chord changes I could use. I'm sorry, not chord changes. Where is my mind? I'm thinking of what superimposition I could use to make the 5 super pulling back to the 1, which is essentially the D flat minor major 7 or melodic minor. It's sorry, I'm getting text messages right now, distracting me. But you're still doing it over the F, so you need the F in there. I'm gonna play my phone so it's not distracting me. I'm gonna play a little bit of all of that. I do have to make sure my phone is on and is gonna tell me if I'm getting calls though, because I'm waiting for a call. All right. That's the one. I'm on the 4 now. So still, see, I'm really focusing on playing melodies that work within the context of the F to F octave. I'm staying within the octave, but you can go out of it. I'd recommend staying within the octave for practice purposes, because it makes you remember where you actually are here. You can superimpose some other colors if you want. Expand out from that octave a little bit. I'm still thinking an F. So yeah, that's the idea of in all of that. I'm thinking of the melodies in F, but I'm superimposing the other chords in the tonal landscape over maintaining F as my sort of like melodic landscape. Harmonic landscape is shifting, melodic landscape is staying the same. Thanks. Let me know if you want to test out this app that I'm developing for you to ask me questions, because I really want to know what you guys want from me in terms of the sorts of lessons, and I don't think I really get a good idea of that from the YouTube comments. So I'm developing something for you to tap into, where you can ask me questions and then support each other's questions. Hit me up. I'll put my email in the thing here. Hit me up if you want to use it, beta test it. I need some beta testers, and I need some people to give feedback on if it would work for them and if it would help them. Thanks a lot. Hope you enjoyed, and for now, let me know also in the comments what else you want to see. Thanks.